All right. Oops. On. All right. Okay. Hopefully I can be heard. All right. Moon Mountain Ready Method. Our Monday lives. Hopefully everybody had a nice weekend. Hopefully you're able to get out riding. I was doing yard work. But I rode last week and it was all right. Make sure this is on. Okay. So today, I was watching Muskoka Freeriders new video that came out on this mod. Got some stuff done. 5 mods done is probably this sled, then Tony's, then Brian's, then Ron's, and then that 800's got a lot of stuff done to it too. So I guess we can start from the base. So Brian's sled, he has some really sweet. This is a great sled. Great sled. Things he's done to it. We'll start at the top, work our way down. He has a post forward kit from Ride Rasmussen style. Oh, he was having some big, no brakes the other day. I need to check that, and I'm going to do that after. But, all right, so he's got the post forward kit. And then he put on the, can you see those? Let me flip this around real fast. Where's the flip button? Okay, then he has the Fox Evol, the 3 clicker shocks, which these are amazing. I love those shocks. I have really, really enjoyed those because I have them on mine as well. He just has the fronts, and that makes his sled work fantastic. He also has Salsa Kings, just not on there right now, not yet. He's gonna blow those out because he might as well. Like they blow out, and you just put the Salsa King in because I don't notice a big performance difference with the Salsa Kings, just the longevity of the Salsa King ski rubbers. But you definitely want to have good ski rubbers in so you keep your skis flat and they're not flopping all over the place. Like Ron's sled, the Peep sled here, it's got a blown ski rubber. And we have so TKI brake reservoir cover, post forward kit. We've been swapping out our clips for these little carabiner deals just because it's easier to get on and off. You don't have to fight with it. This has a HPS can. And then, like I said, we're going to have Salsa Kings on here. In the back, okay, so this is a pre-mod sled. In the back, we cut 7 inches off the tunnel, which isn't super easy to do, but we did it. We found the best way to do that is we made this turnaround piece here. I don't know if you can see it or if it'll make sense, but turnaround piece in there. And then it's got an aftermarket bumpers front and rear. Tony did put a new track on that and then rode it maybe 300 miles. But yeah, so he's just got the Skidoo, I think they're 2 or 3-piece cast bumper. This is just a 1-piece cast bumper on the front. Okay, so that's pretty much all for Ron's sled. Okay. And then it also has the Carl Kuster seat on here. These are some gauntlets I got for my sled for really cold days. They just Velcro on. Pretty cool deal. I used them once, and then it got warm. Okay, and we'll jump over here to Tony's sled. Tony's sled. Okay, we'll just start at the top again. Tony's got the post forward kit. Ooh, he's got some sticks in here. What's Tony been doing? Anyways, post forward kit, Cheetah Factory Racing handlebars. He has the finger throttle, and then by the way, I think these are the Kristersky bars, Caleb's bars. Tony likes them a lot. They are super similar to the stock bars. stock bars, but they're a little narrower, I think. A little narrower and a little less rise in them. So Tony loves these gauntlets from Brandt's. And they hook on, they're made for Polaris, so he came up with this little deal to be able to hook them on there. He's working on version 2 of that, but yeah, okay. So post forward, handlebars. Okay, that's that. He's got different front bumper on. That's the Skins Gen 4 bumper, so he had to massage some things to get that in there. He has these Fox Float 3s, no Evol chamber. Those we had on the 146, but we like the air shocks, so we put them on here. Other than that, no can. Yeah, no can, no, nothing really else done to this. Yeah, I mean, he's got a wrap, which is a cool wrap. I think it's cool. Oh, and he has a skid plate. So does Ron's. Ron's has a skid plate as well. So we can jump over to old sled or new sled next. Mm-hmm. We can talk about. Let's do all the Gen 5, all the Ski-Doos, and then we'll jump over that one. My sled. Okay, I'm gonna switch you around. Okay, my sled is a 23. Tony's and Brian's are 24s. So mine, on the Gen 5s, their brake reservoir cover is now metal on the Experts. 23s it wasn't. So I have the TKI brake reservoir cover. I have the Skins heated brake lever. It's also adjustable, just like the stock ones are now adjustable. I have post forward. Tony. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot this. Tony also has lower bars. I think those are the Cheetah or Munster or Cheetah. Anyways, lower bar risers. I think his are 3-inch with the lower rise. I think our bars are about the same height. I can measure if you guys want me to later. Okay, so I have post forward kit. I have 2-inch risers. They're RSI risers. I have some other ones I might throw on just for looks. Okay, yeah, and then I have the race rubber. Oh, Tony's got that too. The race rubber kill switch thing. Again, the carabiner instead of the clip. And then I like this, the keeper, so I can plug my thing, my key into it when I'm walking around, getting unstuck and stuff. So let's see, that's it for my handlebars. I have the Skin seat. I bought that a long time ago for that sled. It fit on here, so I thought I paid all that money for that seat, so I'm gonna move it over here. But that's that. Okay, so post forward, low bars. I do the low bars and the post forward so that I can get forward on the sled and have the bars where I want them. So I'm not like way up high trying to keep my sled on edge. They're down lower where I have more strength. Which that's why I do the post forward, is to get forward, low bars, keep them low so I have more strength. Meadow riding, it totally depends on what kind of riding that you're doing, in my opinion. But the kind of riding I like to do, that's how I want them. If you're more just like, you want to go out and cruise some meadows, you're not going to want these set up. Okay, front bumper is the Pro Armor. Front bumper, it goes underneath, hooks in down there and up here. I like it. I don't have a skid plate, but I like this bumper. Again, I have the Fox Evol 3-clicker shocks. Love them. I have the Salsa King ski rubbers, and I have a Diamond S titanium can. Again, if you weren't here at the beginning, I kind of started thinking about talking about the mods that we've done and why we've done them because I watched Muskoka Freeriders video this morning, and it just made me start thinking. He's talking about the mods that he's going to do to his sled. Really got my gears turning. Wheels turning, gears turning. I don't know what it is, but for what, like for my mod sleds and stuff. So I also have, I got all the shocks from Tom's. This is Tom's kit for the back. So you have a different piece here that comes up. It's still, you don't have the T-motion with this, but then I run the Fox rear shocks. So Tony, I should have talked about this. Tony did not put the Fox rear in, but he did change his front spring to a heavier spring, and that way he can get more, because he wants to be able to wheelie a lot. So he has the front hard, really stiff, and I don't know what it. Yeah, he's got the back fairly stiff. So I will say, if you're with me last week or watching my last week's live, I accidentally had my rear shock locked out, which was silly. But this sled I loved, and I don't know how long it happened, and maybe I want it always locked out. I don't know. I loved how this sled rode. I felt like I was able to do a lot of stuff on it. For most of the year, a lot of the year, I had MVM's belt drive. And if you haven't seen that video, you can check it out. I broke out the back of my chain case, destroyed the belt drive. I miss it. I do. But I'm been kicking around the idea of getting a top gear, just gear down at the top, because I think that's mostly what I'm missing. Is I like the low end hit when it hits real hard. So got a the wrap from Jedhead Wraps, and let's see, is that it? I guess that's it. So the thing that Muskoka is doing is he's put, one of the things that was very appealing to me was he put on the race gas tank, and I think you lose about 30 pounds because you're carrying 10 pounds of gas, or 10 gallons of gas in this, and that one only has 5. And so I'm like, wow, that would be amazing to lose 30 pounds, because I usually only use about 3 gallons of gas, 3 to 5. And so if I could take and stash some gas for the way out. I don't know. I'm going to talk to Tony about it, because Tony's very smart. Talk to Brian about it, Nick about it, because they're all smart. Jeremy as well. Just get all these guys' opinions. Okay. We can come over here. This sled is also very modded. Starting from the top. So this is a 19 Gen 4 850 NA sled. Okay, again, all of our Skidoos have post forward kits, because like I said, we want to be able to get forward on the sled, and want to get forward because the way that what we're doing when we're riding. So post forward kit, low handlebars, skins, heated brake lever, TKI brake cover, race rubber cover on here, and the 2-inch RSI risers. And then, like on all of them, we have the carabiner clip here. Okay, this one has the Skins helium hood, which is really loud, but it loses some weight, quite a bit of weight, I think. I had that seat. I had that seat that's on my sled on this, but so I took that seat off, put it on here. I have the TKI belt drive, which is a great belt drive. I also have the Rasmussen shocks. He had these for a while. I don't know if he's doing them anymore, but they're coilovers, dual rate. Great shocks. Also have them in the rear. Here, I'll flip this around so you can see that. I bent my rails a few years ago, so I did put the ZRP rail stiffener in it. I just bent my rails back and put that in to see if it worked, and it did. ZRP triangle thing there. I don't know. Then I have my T-motion limited or locked out. But yeah, so Rasmussen's comes with new trailing arm or torsion springs. and shocks front and rear. So I think that's the same spring that Tony put on his sled. But that's a different shock. That's a Fox shock, both front and back. Those Rasmussen's shock, it gets you up. So it's dual rate. So it gets you wheelie up, and then it kind of holds you. And then the front shock again is just his. I do not have Salsa Kings on here, and I don't know why. That's weird. And then I have the Skins front bumper, and then like on Ron's sled, because that was Tony's sled, and then he sold it to Ron, but I have that same bumper on mine, and it's a great bumper. We did it because we have the chuck wagon and we were pulling it in and out with that, so we had the bumper. We have a hitch made for that, and that box is something I'll show you guys later. Okay, so we'll jump over. This is our 2019 Gen 4 146 850 NA. Oh, sorry, one more thing. I have the Diamond S titanium can on there because it's light and it's not too loud. The loud thing on that sled is the air intake on that helium hood is so loud. Okay. Gen 4 146. So on this, starting from the top, again, post forward kit, low bars. These are the RSI 3-inch riser. These are Cheetah Factory Racing narrow bars. And then Tony has to have the Munster finger throttle. I don't know. Jury's out for me on that. I don't love it. We broke the kill switch off one day, just ripped it off. So we got that momentary switch, which is great. I recommend it. I love it. If one of these breaks, I would throw one of those on, but they haven't broke, so I haven't thrown one on. TKI brake reservoir cover. Now, this is just the Skins brake lever, adjustable one, not the heated. The Gen 4s at this time did not have adjustable brake levers, and I really like the adjustable brake lever. Oh, also on that one and that one, we have, I don't think anybody else has it, we have this little TKI e-brake thing, because that can break off, and I think it looks cooler small, so that's why it's teensy. Okay, so it's kind of the handlebar setup there. We did a headlight delete kit on this, so you get just this here. I need to wash this sled. Got behind somebody when they spun out. Okay, these are the Rasmussen front shocks, like I have on that sled, but they are on this sled. So those used to be on it. I'm not sure what Tony's doing, if he's going to keep those or if he's going to get those, and we'll put those back on here. Anyways, these are great shocks. They just weigh a bit more. Again, Salsa Kings. These are the the Expert spindles. So I think they're the same as those, but for sure the Gen 4 Experts, that's the spindles. This has an HPS can on it, and it does have a clutch kit. I don't know what clutch kit it is, but it does have one. If you have watched our build videos on this, which I do have a whole series of like all the builds we did on this. We originally started, we had just the stock Skidoo seat, like one of those way up there. But we cut it down ourselves. It was messy, worked great. Tony liked the look of this seat better, so we found one, traded a guy for it. Let's see. This sled did come with electric start, and so we added in a pull start. Not really a mod, but just something we did to it. The running boards. These are the Skins wide ones. Oh, I forgot. Ron's does have the narrow ones on it. Because we thought we wanted to do like jumps and hop overs, so we wanted more room. So that's why we got these. Okay, we cut the tunnel 7¼ inches. If you watch the build videos, you'll know why we did that. Very short tunnel. So it only has one links bracket. And then in the rear, we have X shocks that came off my blue sled. So that one, and then we put heavier springs on that. And then that's the X rear shock. And then it has the Rasmussen torsion spring on that. So, yeah. And then we bent the rails. So these are Ice Age rails and the stiffener on that. So and then it has the T-Motion lockout or whatever with the 2.5 inch paddle or lug track. And then this bumper is custom bumper that Tony's an engineer, so he drew up in CAD, welded it together. So it's a custom bumper. When we got the sled, it was from the Midwest, and the skid was all like chewed up. So we decided, hey, let's powder coat stuff. And we're like, well, we should do more. Like, we're gonna do one thing, we might as well do more things. And so we started just adding things on and ended up with what I think is a pretty sick looking sled. I think sometimes I do want to get kind of a wrap for it, but I don't know. I think it looks great how it is, but I think like something here on the side, kind of in that shadowy gray, would be cool. Oh, and then to top it off, because we made it into an X, we put the X on there, even though it started out its life as an SP. The only thing that's SP on this anymore is that sticker, though. There's nothing left that you wouldn't. If you bought this, it'd be an Expert. Even an Expert, not even just the X, it would be an Expert. Well, the rear shocks are X's, so I guess they aren't the Expert shocks. Okay, let's talk about this guy. Let me take the hood off real quick. I'll set you down here for a second. Hopefully I can set it down so you can still see me. Oh. Okay, hopefully that doesn't fall over. Okay, I got this sled this season. Super fun sled. I freaking love it. So it is a 99 Polaris RMK. It has a Pierce Performance engine, 850 engine. So this it probably would have been a 700. So it's got a Pierce Performance engine in it. It's got twin PSI pipes. It's got a dropped and rolled chain case. It's actually surprisingly quiet with the hood on. It has an oil delete. I think I'm like really sure that they changed the steering post and put different bars on it, and the J hooks. And then also, I guess, obviously, removable hood. In the back, and it's got Fox shocks on the front, which do need to get rebuilt. Okay, we have the stock seat, and it does have a short tunnel on it, which is cool. So it's got an extended tunnel, and some guys were telling me that's an updated skid in there. So with some different mounting points, different coolers, different running, the coolant runs through here on this, which is going to the cooler. No brake light. It had a snow flap on it, but it was just getting sucked in, so I just cut it off because I think it looks cooler. One thing I have not checked on this sled is I wonder if the seat comes off easy, because it's pretty modded. I should check that. Anyways, let's see what else is done to this sled. I don't know. Fun sled, really fun, especially with that. I took the hood off the other day and rode it, and I felt like it was so much faster. So that was really fun to do that. I did buy a bottle of nitrous, possibly, and put it on this sled. We'll see. We'll see. Because this it just runs really good. That Pierce engine is really cool. And then as far as like riding sleds, that's it. I'll just give you a quick sneak peek here. This is going to be a video series I think I have coming up next week. This week or next week. I think this week's video is the brakes on Old Blue, or Blueberry as Lola calls it. They caught on fire. So I think that's the video. Wednesday's video is replacing the calipers and rotor on that. So this is an upcoming video. It's not like our normal build videos where we're trying to get like either more performance or weird performance, like, well, where's my hand? Like that one. This one is just kind of silly build. But I am increasingly getting more and more excited about it. So I'll kind of give you a progress on that. So this is our, oh man, I don't even know what year it is. Indy Classic 500 Classic trail sled. So this build is coming up. Got some stuff going there, working on it today. And then we're going to have so much weird stuff on that sled. Nothing has happened with a 440 turbo. I need to talk with Tony, get an airbox designed for that. Tony's on a big old work trip, so he is not around for me to get his help on stuff. So yeah, let's see. Oh, so nothing's happened on that. Haven't heard anything back on our XLT engines yet. I should probably call and find out what's happening. Maybe they've tried calling. I don't know. And then we probably need to dig out this old watercross sled and test it out. I just need to find a place to test it. The place I know, the place I'd like to test it is still under snow. So, yeah. I think that's about all the sled, all the mods we have. So I will say, okay, if you didn't hear, so the reason I'm kind of doing this is because I was watching Muskoka, and he took his one, basically that sled, and he's making it into a lightweight sled. I don't think I'm gonna do all the things he's doing to that, but I like the gas tank, so I'm really thinking about that. But I have been going back in further. Maybe I need more gas. I don't know. You're gonna have to talk to some guys about that. But yeah, all these sleds, like Brian's is probably the least modded. Wonderful backcountry sled. Like it can do some stuff with just a little, in my opinion, a few tweaks, and you can have your sled like the way you want it, set up for what you want. And that's why my sled's set up the way it is. Like if you're just kind of going out and you're like, hey, I just want to ride meadows, I want to have fun with my friends, be out in the mountains, probably not the sled you're going to want. But if you're wanting like, yeah, I want to ride trees, I want to do stuff like that, pretty good sled. So anyways, I am coming out with videos. We got videos all through the summer. Probably start doing some dirt bike side-by-side videos. My side-by-side wouldn't start the other day, and then I was pushing it forward so it'd be easier to work on, and then it started. So I don't know, that was weird. But we're getting more. I'm gonna try to get out, do some side-by-side videos, dirt bike videos soon too, because I am learning to dirt bike. So if you want to start a journey in dirt biking, you do it with me. Today though, it's rainy. Like it's raining a lot. Well, not a lot, but it's raining. So maybe it's snowing up top. Push out the season a little more, which would be awesome. So anyways, thank you so much for joining. Really grateful for everybody being here. We're going to keep doing these. We're going to try to do it every Monday around noon. Yeah, so thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, and video on Wednesday, one on Saturday, and lots of shorts. Like, I break up everything so you can see the shorts and kind of see what we're up to. So thanks for sticking around. Appreciate everybody for coming and watching, and we're gonna keep having fun around here, doing some weird stuff. Build will start on this guy after that one's done. So we're gonna have some weird stuff going on with it, because why not, right? Why not? Anyways, thanks for coming, and we'll talk to everybody soon. How do I end this? What does that button do? Oh, start a poll. Okay, anyways. All right, see you later.